What's going on, you guys? This is Vincent. Gonna do a raw upload today. I haven't talked with you guys in a long time. Wanted to touch base. Driving home from work, there's light out. So I'm figuring, hey, let's get on the camera and talk because I have been through a lot since we last talked. As you guys know, I was going out on a date. I think I did a post video with a girl, and that date has come and gone. Several other dates have come and gone. I thought for sure this was it. This is the girl I'm going to be with. Turns out, no. She broke up with me about 2 weeks ago tonight. And I have been on a very rough and tumble journey ever since. One of the things that can really be a big issue with a lot of guys is when we get hurt from a woman, oftentimes those feelings that we've been having for a long time, the affection, the girl telling you things like, I love you, and that adoration. Just gotta plug my phone in because it's telling me it needs to charge. Those things are gone. You're not getting them anymore. That hurts. That's hard. It's why a lot of guys, unfortunately, will do one-night stands rather than actually date a girl, is because they don't want to deal with being told you're loved, you're appreciated, and then have their hearts broken. Not an excuse, just something that's a little bit of an observation. Well, I found out that a lot of those issues come from some core issues in myself. That being not being able to face and accomplish things, otherwise known as responsibility. And when you're not being responsible, not necessarily at work, but I'm talking about responsible to yourself, you start to look for other people to fill that role in your life, for other people to be responsible for you, rather than you being responsible for yourself. And on my last date, the one before this last girl that I was with, I had no responsibility in the relationship because she had full control over everything, it seemed like I did. Not in a super abusive way. If I wanted to, I could have told her, I don't like that. I just chose to do those things because I loved her and I cared about her and I wanted to make her happy. But I wasn't being responsible. She would say, hey, do you want to go out to this place? And I'd be like, I don't know, maybe not. I was scared. What do I have going? What do I have not? I don't want to make anyone unhappy. And I wasn't thinking about, do I want to go do this activity? Instead of other people. I wasn't being responsible for myself. I wasn't thinking for myself. I wasn't doing things for myself. I was doing things for other people because I wanted to make other people happy, because I wasn't happy with myself. I wasn't happy with who I was. And honestly, I'm still not fully happy. And I bet you a lot of you guys out there who are on this journey from awkward to awesome are feeling the same way. Because in high school, we're taught not to love ourselves. In this world, we're taught not to love ourselves because that's arrogant. And in some cases it is, but in some cases it's often not. It's called confidence. And most women want that in their husbands or boyfriends. And most guys want confident women. Now, this last relationship failed for a reason outside of my abilities. There was nothing I could do. She just didn't feel like she was supposed to be with me. And as hurtful as that is to hear someone say, I don't believe that I'm supposed to be with you, after just the night before saying, I want to be with you and I think that we're supposed to be together. That hurts. That's very, very hurtful. So I thought yesterday, I was feeling good. I was feeling happy. I was feeling like, hey, you know what? Things are looking up. Things are changing. I'm not going to date again until I have $1,000 in my bank account and all of my credit cards are paid off, because I had to take out money. I'm in a new car. You might be able to tell. My car had part rust out and it's no longer drivable. So I had to get rid of it. I had to get a new car. That costs money. Got to pay it off. Well, yesterday, feeling happy, driving home, listening to music, eating Cheez-Its, everything's great. Who passes me but my ex-girlfriend? The woman that I spent 2 to 3, I believe 3 years in love with. My heart broke on the road. But most of all, I felt the feeling of sheer anger. And I didn't understand why. I was supposed to be over her. So I started looking at the idea of irresponsibility. Why do I feel this way? Do I feel like I'm irresponsible? Why? Why did her passing me and me having to follow her pretty much home, because she was traveling close to my house, why did that make me feel the way I felt? The answer is because I was angry that I don't have control over her. Not in the sense of, again, like an abusive relationship, but in the sense of that I'm missing out on whatever she's doing. Wherever she was going, I don't know. I don't know about it, which back when we were dating, I would have known. She wasn't going to visit me. Back in the day, if she was around my house, she would have wanted me to either visit her or for me to or for her to come over and visit me. I was angry because I was missing out on something she was doing. It has nothing to do with the idea of me wanting to be with her or me missing her. I don't miss her. I'm angry at the fact that I'm not a part of it. That I'm alone at home tonight, not with her. Not with my ex either. And that nakedness is frightening, because if she notices me or sees me, the likelihood of her passing me on the interstate as we do this video is high. She's watching a house right down my street right now. I happen to know that because when we were dating, she was watching a house there, and that's where I believe that she is now. That fact is hard to deal with because I have no control and I can't see her, and because of where I am right now, I can't contact her because I'm making it very clear to myself that that would not be a healthy decision because of 2 reasons. One, she's got a boyfriend, perhaps. I don't know that for a fact, but what if I found out? In my state of missing out, I'd be angry about that because I would want to be in that position. I'm missing out on being that person that she loves. It's selfish. As most emotions tend to be when you're talking about feelings of bad feelings is what I'm trying to say. So, what do? How do you solve it? How do you get through these feelings? How do you not feel like your entire world is crashing around you? Well, for starters, you have to let it go. The truth of the matter is, if for whatever reason she noticed me, I would be polite. I would tell her how I am. I would assume that she would be glad to tell me how she is. We would have a nice little conversation, and she would probably say, I would love to talk to you. Don't be a stranger, because we have two different philosophies. My philosophy on dating and relationships is when you are in a relationship with somebody and you break up, that it's over. That's the end of that relationship. And it's not a matter of that you can't be mature enough to be friends with them again. It's a matter of your next wife or husband is not, well, your next boyfriend or girlfriend is not going to be happy if you're hanging out with an ex. And if they are happy, in my case, are okay with that, I'm not okay with them being okay with that. I want them to want me to be exclusively for them. And it's just a philosophy thing, or I guess you could say religious ideal. You guys, I mean, everybody has their own opinions and own thoughts. But for me, I can't be friends with her. And one of the things I did that was hard and hurts me, and one of the reasons why I'm going through this right now, is back when we broke up, a month later, I hadn't talked to her in a couple weeks, and this was when I was starting to get together with my ex. And she had texted me and said, hey, you know, how are you doing? I haven't heard from you in a while. I'm guessing you don't want to be friends anymore. I just want to know what's going on. And I texted her back and I said, I'm doing good. I hope you are too. But I just don't feel like God wants us to be friends and be in contact right now. And what I was really trying to tell her is, I don't want to be friends with you because I can't. I'm in a new relationship and I can't do that. And so I guess my biggest advice in this video is, don't kid yourself with the person. Don't tell them that, hey, we can be friends. Be strong. And don't allow yourself, when a relationship breaks off, to think that, hey, maybe I can get this back together, because part of breaking up and going through the grieving process is becoming unaddicted to who that person is, becoming unaddicted to that person. You broke up, whether it was their idea or yours, for a reason. If it was their idea, they probably don't want you back. Then even if you can make them, through psychology, be back with you, then all you're doing is changing yourself for them. And you don't want to do that. If you change for yourself. And if you're the person who broke up and now you're having second thoughts, you need to remind yourself why you broke up with them. And even if it's for a stupid reason, there are tons of people in this world. And you need to move on, and they need to move on. Everybody needs to move on from the situation. And that's something that I'm telling myself right now as much as I'm telling you. But it's hard. It's such a hard pill to swallow, because that means that I can't be in control over the situation anymore. I am no longer able to experience that love with this girl. When I drive by the place that she's watching, if I see her there, I can't visit her. don't have the right to her anymore like I used to. And that's something I never dealt with, because we were texting back and forth, we were being friends, trying to be friends. But all that did was put a Band-Aid on pain that I've been harboring. Emotions that I've been keeping back. So to wrap up this video, if you're on the journey to awkward or awesome, or you're going through a breakup, which at some point after all of this is said and done, I'm going to go through and do a breakup series on what's going on, and I'm going to do a day-by-day thing, and I'm going to actually have some videos that I'm going to call SOS videos, which are intended to be for you to watch when you're going through a time where you're like, oh my God, I can't deal with this pain right now. I really, going through this has made me have such a heart for people that are going through what I'm going through right now, and allow you to know there's healing and to gain confidence in who you are and what you're doing, and don't lose sight of you in this process, even though you're in pain. So, I'm gonna wrap this up. Listen, if you are going through a breakup, then you need to realize that being friends isn't an option. It's just going to hurt you, in my opinion. And furthermore, when you go through a breakup, or if you're not going through a breakup, if you're feeling lonely, ask yourself, why am I feeling lonely right now? And why do I have these emotions? Where do they stem from? And how can I go about fixing these issues in my life and becoming a much better, healthier, and happier person? You will find love, trust me. But the question is, are you going to be happy with yourself first? Or are you going to find that happiness in another person, which inevitably is going to either cause a failed relationship, bringing you back where you are, or worse yet, you're going to put yourself in a place that you don't want to be, in a bad relationship, feeling like you're stuck. Because lonely people aren't afraid to break up. I mean, non-lonely people aren't afraid to break up. Lonely people are. So anyways, guys, hope that helps you. And we'll talk to you guys soon.